Hi guys, so basically I will be building today a Zerodha Excel add-in wherein we can fetch the live prices of Zerodha stocks, futures, options and other kind of instruments that the trading platform do. We will use WebSockets for this and we will put it in Excel. The reason I'm using Excel is that Excel is used by a lot of analysts and a lot of traders to do their own analysis strategies and different kind of um, analysis that they want to do. So Excel is one of the best option to use this. So my strategy is that let me share my screen. So let's go to Excel and supposedly if this is Excel, I want to show something like this. Like if we put an Excel with a function which says z underscore spot and it will fetch the price of Nifty index or any other kind of instrument from Zerodha. And we will make it real time. So we connect it to WebSockets. And when we connect to WebSocket, we will get the live feeds of the stock prices or any kind of instrument that we use. Uh, the reason I am building this is because this is part of my road to $1 million kind of a thing, wherein I'm trying to build products and put it online on Microsoft or different kind of app stores so that we make products or add-ins that we can put out in the market and we can earn money out of it. This is more of an education kind of a um, stream to let people know how to build these kind of products and earn money out of it. So we'll start with the documentation of the Excel add-in. So if we go to MS Excel add-in, so an Excel add-in is kind of a React based add-in that you can use or anyone can use for that matter. And once that is there, you put it in the Excel as a component and you use the Office JavaScript API to do any kind of uh, changes in the Excel or any kind of I would say refresh that you want to do. So these are the commands that you can build. We can build this task pane. So we will do the task pane and also the custom functions that we want in Excel to fetch prices and do our stuff. So, and there can be dialog boxes as well. These are more for showing something like a chart. This is more of advanced use. We can think of this later. And there are content add-ins like you can embed directly in Excel documents. I think if we use trading view, we might use content add-ins. But content add-ins are a little tricky. So we'll start with the JavaScript API, Excel JavaScript API, and then we use task pane, and we also use these custom functions to fetch prices. So I'll start with the React based task pane. So let's go to the okay, and second let's go to Visual Code. Okay, this is I can close. Okay, sorry. Visual Studio Code. I will start with the installation part of it. So this is the generator office that is being installed globally so that we can create the Excel add-in. Once this is done, then we do the add-in part. Let's wait for this. Guys, this is live and please put it on the chat if you want anything to be answered or if you don't know how to do this. Okay, this is done. So I will do the yo office. Yes. And I will disable the collection. It's fine. So this is the single want. Yeah. Office add-in React framework. Let me see if there is anything else. Unified. I think this is fine. I think this is also that you can use. Let's start with the JavaScript. This is JavaScript. Uh, and just put Zerodha add-in. This is for Excel. By the way, we'll use a lot of uh, Copilot as well to build our application. I don't want to code everything. It will be very redundant as a process and very slow. See, the idea and the aim is to earn money using products. So let's focus more on making a production ready software that gives us the money rather than doing or putting a lot of time coding yourself. If something is good at something, let's just leverage it. Okay, this is gel loading. Okay, so this is done. I don't know where he put it. Okay, 1 second. Let's go to. Okay, 1 minute. Let's go to the folder. It's as office add and usage. Zero the add in. Let me put it in the. Let me put this here. Okay, this is done. Let me delete from here. Okay, now let's go to the. So now we are in our add-in, and let me go to terminal and npmi. So npm start. Okay, this is required. Okay, this is side unload title of his add-in. Ignore a link MSX. Okay, let me check. I think side loading in Mac XMX side loading. Unified. We are not using unified. Denied. And second, let's go to the folder. Yep, so we have WEF here. So what does it say? Copy in your add-ins manifest file. So this is our manifest file. So we didn't find it. Let's go to we did the copies and it's okay. So now we have the manifest, and let me check what's this say. Okay, I will use the dev server. Sorry, dev server. Oh my god, let me kill this bot and let's wait for this. Okay, so this webpack is running, and let's go to now Excel. And okay, I think we have to reload this. Okay, it's still not visible. This. Let me try this as let's do this. Let's go to this folder. I already have this. Let me copy this file. Let me try this again. Okay, that's still not working. Okay, let's try this. Let's go to add in. Okay, this is still not coming in. Let me try to remove. But select add-in selected or add-in from the menu. Oh, add-ins are still not coming. Let me try here. is not good. Let me try. Okay, debug on Mac. Let me also do this. And yeah, okay, finally we have the this. Okay, this is not loading. Let me try this dev server again. Okay, finally we have this. Okay, finally we have something. Okay, so good. We got the Zerodha add-in, and let's try and start working on this now. 1 second. Okay, finally. And let's go to SRC task pane index. Okay, so we start from here, and I think I will use Tailwind CSS in this. I don't want to write CSS. Okay, install Tailwind CSS in Webpack. I don't think they need post. Let me just see. Okay, Symphony. This it has with white. 3 weeks ago. Okay. So we already have the SRC folder. Let's go to this. It's Tailwind CSS. We already have Webpack CLI, the style loader, CSS for CSS CNV. Okay, let me check. So this one has child loaders. Okay. We create the config file for Webpack. So the config file is already there, sorry. And we put dev source module dev tool. I think it's all about the rules here. Okay, rules test. Let me add the CSS rules. Okay, they have this. Okay, create try and use CSS folder. I think this is global.css. I would just global.css. So we have to create the config. By the way, I could have asked Copilot to do it as well, but I will do this and then ask Copilot to do it. This is global.css. Okay, this is no. 1 second. This has to be. This is tasking. Okay. This is fine. This is okay. Let's try this. I think something is not on the path. It's not defined. Let me ask to this. Check the configuration of the tailwind CSS in our project, which has the following. Okay, so this will check it automatically. Okay, let's run this again. There's one more error. It doesn't have post. Let's just give it to the Copilot. Okay, now let's try this again. I think it will not fully run now. Okay, now let's see. 1 minute. This is our. Let me do this. Let me remove this. And let me do it like this. Okay. So the class name is this. Let's just show color red. What happened to this? Okay, 1 minute. I may also use tailwind. Think I will just put exclude 200. The reason this doesn't load up automatically is because the Excel is the main interface and this is just a static HTML file. So you have to reload this manually. So I know this is bad, but this is how Excel works. So let me just remove this. Okay, let me start with the WebSockets part. So if we go to the so if we go to the Zerodha documentation, it's okay. This is my app that I will be using, and so kite WebSocket documentation. So it has a WebSocket streaming documentation that will be used to subscribe to different instruments and get codes and other things for it. So it has a lot of things. So let's start at the I can give it to the Copilot as well to do it for me. Otherwise, I will do it. Okay. So React Web Socket. So it's an npm. Which one is the best? React use WebSocket. Let's come down lately. So demo default. Explore the WebSocket demo. And how about this? Node.js WebSocket library. By the way, we are not using Node.js. It is not a backend basis. And WebSocket client, yes. Okay, we need WebSocket client. And okay, so this is server example. I need the client example. Okay, I will use this. So it will be npm I WebSocket. So we have this, and let's see how we can integrate. So I'll tell the Claude to do this. I want to integrate WebSocket in my index.js or app.js to connect to the Zerodha kite WebSocket using the URL given API underscore key and token is part of the env file. So I will do the .env. Let's wait for this to go. So basically it has installed the .env webpack, which will read our .env file and our environment variables, which will include the API key and other things. Okay, so there is an error. I don't think there is an error. Let's see. Okay, let's tell Claude to fix this. Okay, so this is fixed. Let's see. Okay, this is running, and so it says disconnected. Okay, I will create the UI now, and I will use Shetcn. I want to use in my Excel add-in install Shetcn components for our application, wherein we are connecting to the Zerodha's WebSocket, and Zerodha's WebSocket. Okay, so you said install Shetcn components. Change the entire UI in app for our app for our add-in. Basically it's an add-in. Okay, so now we will change the entire UI it just says disconnected, so this will be entirely changed. Meanwhile, I will also change the env file. So I think the token is something we have to get. It just gives you API key and secret. But the secret is something that I don't want to share online, so I will do an AES 256 encryption of it. Let's see how we can handle this. And so this is the secret. Let's just regenerate this. Yeah, so API secret regenerated, API key is here. So token is something that you have to generate yourself using the Kite API. But the secret is something we have to keep somewhere. I will figure out this. Let's wait for this to complete. By the way, the shed scene is one of the best, uh, I would say, UI that you can make from, and it is fully compatible with the Tailwind CSS. Okay, so something happened, but I think we need to do some debugging. Okay, something really bad happened. Okay, let's just give it to Claude to debug it. Let me fix this. This looks bad. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, this is component, this is commands. Where is Shetsin? Okay, 1 second. Shetsin is not there. Okay, let me ask ChatGPT 5. Check if the so we'll check whether Shetsin is installed first. I know this is bad. Claude is really not good with UIs. See, it can create UIs like this, but these looks very AI kind of UI. I am just looking for more professional kind of thing. And yeah, there's no okay. Install Shetsin in our project. However, ChatGPT 5.1 is really good with reasoning. Based on my experience and the kind of projects that I have built, the 5.1 is really good. So installing Shetsin. By the way, 5.1 takes a lot of time. It does a lot of thinking before doing anything. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so now change and revamp all. So this component thing, let's just keep. So remove the kid. Why there's a lib? Okay, so now change revamp all the components and the UI in app with that of Shetsin components. So the look is not good of the app. Make it professional. Sheets and UI like with white and black theme. So I will change the UI theme. Let's wait for this to complete. This looks still good, but still not that good. Okay. I make the UI compact and minimal style while removing the redundant and UI that we are not using currently. Also make sure that the width of the Excel add-in is small, so a mobile like UI is preferred. So let me change this. Okay. Okay, let's see now. So it is disconnected live market data in the Excel. Connect and disconnect. I don't want Excel export. Remove Excel export. Also make the live, make the connect disconnect button part of the header with the connection status on it. Remove contour task. See, this you can do yourself as well. I don't want to do it. This is non-productive work. We focus more on things that help us achieve in making bucks out of it rather than doing this. Okay, now I need to get this thing. Okay, let's do it now. Okay, this is still good. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, it's still good. Button can be smaller. Let's see. Okay, so the connect is there, but there's nothing. Okay, now let's do the connection part. Let's go to the API of Zerodha. So they say you have to get the access token and the API key. You have to pass your access token. Now, how to get the access token? Libraries and SDKs. I'm more interested in Node.js one, but let's see. Response structures, exceptions, users. There is authentication. Connect, login, API key access comes with a request token as a URL query part parameters to the registered on the API key. The request token along with the watch an access token, not an access token, register and use for signing all the subsequent requests in summary. Okay, this is OAuth 2 token. Access token, use and all subsequent request. Okay. You go to the app and you do this. Okay. Should be signed with an authorization. And the token user profile. This I don't need. I think I would need this to show some information about you here. And let's see, then funds and margins that you have that we can also use. And there's a lookout. Okay. Okay. So this is how it happens. Now the thing is, how do we manage the okay? So this is a redirect URL. Redirect URL. Okay. And I don't want to use this. Let's change this. Secret. Let me just read. So let me just do this. So this is done. Now let's do the authentication part. Where is the documentation? Okay. So it starts kite login, you redirect URL. Okay. So we have one website that will be used for the redirect URL. So what I will do is let's go to this. This is fine. Now let's open my website. This is Next.js website. We can create one URL here and we will give it to the, so this is auth. I will put kite. I will just put 0 here. I will do one root dot tsx. Now this is fine. Okay, let's go here. This is for Facebook or WhatsApp. I will implement a simpler one here. And what we will do is, so I will use Azure to manage our entire thing. So I will go to Azure. Okay, 1 minute. Let's start this. By the way, I don't like OO2 because it requires you to have these kind of things. Okay, now we are in here. So in Cosmos DB, I will go to one of my Cosmos DB. Let's go to Data Explorer. And let's see. That is they give you, okay, no, not this yet, the user one. So you get the request token. From the request token, you have to get the access token, and for access token, you have username. Username, it's okay, use a short name And you have user ID. Okay, user ID is important. Okay, so I will do user ID. So let's go here. Shopify events. And the Shopify events. Okay. And let's create a container. Use existing, so it's MPC chats. Container ID slash ID. No, this is slash ID. And I will do use Zerodha here. Let's go. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, they have NPC, NCP chats. Okay. I think I should create a new one. Let's just delete this. I'll create a new database also. Let's wait for this to complete. And let's go to, okay, let's do container. This is Zerodha. Containers users. I'll put the ID as a key. Okay, now this is done. So this is how it says you will get the token. Okay, now this should be done. Okay, let's wait for this. Okay, so we have users here, we have items, and let's go to this. Okay, change the auth in root to match the authentication and access token process of Zerodha kite based on the following documentation. Use this URL as a reference. Where is this? Once response token is received, get the access token and then get the access token and then get the user profile, which is to be saved on Cosmos DB with database ID Zerodha and container ID users. Okay, let's wait for this to happen. So for your OO2, you definitely need some kind of application or some kind of a page wherein it can redirect you the kite authentication process, and you get the request token Okay, so comes with login or API key. This okay for that API key. Okay, request this request along with the checksum 246 of is posted to the API node to get an access token. So the request token is to be got, but API secret is something that users have to give me. Okay, so what I will do is let's go here and let's do an onboarding page in our add-in. Create an onboarding page for the users wherein we get the users user ID ID and API key and secret. So once they give me these things, I will save it in Cosmos. Then we redirect user to do this login. Once we get the response token from the login, we will get the access token on our website, and the website saves it in Cosmos, which will be reflected in our Zerodha add-in, and then we are good to connect it. Okay, let's wait. If this is done, we will check this in a while. This is good. This is done. Now I need to create one more API here, which is Zerodha. Okay, and what I need to do here, I can directly put dot tsx. Okay, let's do this. This I can do myself also. This get is fine. I will do the get is to get the user info, and let's do this. Okay, let's do okay, user ID. Then we have API key and we have API secret from the data. Let's do this. Second, let's go to here, database ID, container ID. Okay, so this is done. I can also change this database ID. Okay, now I need to change this get and let user. Okay, I will do this later on. I don't need this at the moment, but this later on. And we have okay, so this is done. We can save our form that we created here and save the information there. Okay, then credentials to get started. And what we do here, uh, okay, so this is done. Now, okay, so okay, now what I will do is we can use AES 256 for this. Storing API key and secret to Azure is not a good idea directly because anyone can steal it. How do we do this? Okay, URL. Let me check the. So this is fine. API is fine. I don't want to store secrets. The request token along with the checksum. This is fine. Is posted to the token. This is fine. The access token. How long is this access token? This access token is for like never expose your basic remedy into what I have. Or clients and do not expose the access token you obtain for session to the public either. Makes sense. Exactly. So how do we do this? So I can create a checksum here, 256 checksum. Yeah. Request token, then I can get the request token and I can do that. So instead of saving directly API secret, I will do checksum here. So this is more makes sense. I don't want to save secrets and people call me a cheater later. So this makes sense. Now I need to change this. So this is access token. Access token is there. Request token hash. So this is using crypto. So let me install crypto. And then we can install. I can tell the. Okay, now let's do is This is npm div. Okay, 1 second. Okay, now what we can do is this running on 3001. There's already something running. 1 second. By the way, neck rock is local tunnel based method wherein we are doing a local development, and when you do a local development you need to expose your port, which is in our case 3001, to the public, and this is exposed to the internet then. So let's do this again. Okay, now it's running fine. So let's choose this. Okay, now I will say is on save and continue, create the so request you're going to has to be later get on. Okay, I don't have any other option other than using this. Okay, and this is fine, this looks good. User ID and this is fine. Okay, let's save this at the moment. Now this has to be saved. So let's go to here. I need to this. Oh, that's fine. I need to change this to secret again. Okay, on saving create a post request to like base URL, and so this is the base URL. This doesn't have any oath to it. Let me check if we can do oath. So Node.js, not React. This is Microsoft React and try.js. Okay, let's do this then. So it has to be APIs. No, so I need to create one page also here. So I'll create a page that I already have for one of my OO2 for Zerodha, so that we can use that. So get a page like the WhatsApp page that I already have for 002 to get the response token and do a and then call the slash API just this. Okay. Hash API Zerodha, sorry, auth Zerodha to send the response token and save the info on Cosmos. So let's just wait for this. I need to change my redirect to URL also, by the way. So I will change the redirect URL. Okay, this is the one. So auth slash Zerodha is the redirect URL. We don't need postback URL. We will be using webhooks. So this is saved. Let's wait. Show API secret. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Now what needs to be done is I need to save this information. So this is API and key is done. Okay, on save I'm going to create a post request to slash API slash Zerodha to send user ID, API key, and user ID, API key, and secret to the backend for saving it. I don't want to send API secret. Okay, now what we can do is, okay, 1 second. I don't want to save the secret here directly in my Cosmos. Okay, what's the best option? Okay. I think we can change this later. I know we can use Azure Key Vault. I will use Azure Key Vault later on to save these information. It's so key vaults I can use, but for the timing I will do it directly. For this backend to save it. Okay, let's wait for this. Meanwhile this is happening, I will change this to get info about a specific user from Cosmos using the user ID provided in the request. Okay, so I've added the onboarding form. Here's the onboarding form. Okay, this is app only. Let's see. Okay, what needs to be done is desegregate onboarding form and form from the app to a different file. Use it is jot AI. I think yes. We'll do state management. Yeah. So we'll use jot AI for overall state management and so use tan stack query for our API request. Keep the structure clean and organized. Okay, let's do this first. The reason I'm doing this first because this code will go too large and it will be very difficult for us to manage it later on. So one is jot AI. Jot is will be used for state management for the entire application. We will save our, this is like Redux. I like jot AI a little more. The reason being it's a lot linear and easier to use. And then we will use a tan stack query. Tan stack query is very good in caching the request or the post or get request. We don't do multiple post and get request, due to which it is very efficient. So let's wait for this to happen, then we will connect it to our backend here. Okay, this looks fine. It says you need to get the request from the URL. Okay, so I need to provide URL user ID. Okay, so this will install the tank stack query and jot AI into our application. Let's wait for this. Let's wait for this to complete. And then we can do this part. Okay, so as you see, the app.jsx has been reduced by 141 lines, which is quite a lot. And let's see now, there's no error. Okay, so we are good to go. And one minute. So where is save and continue? Okay. Okay, so we have a different file. Let me change this to Yep, good. So let's use this. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, let's try this. So this is OLP 090. So API key is my API key. 1 minute. This is the API key, and this is the secret. This is saving. Looks like saved. Yeah, it was called just Zerodha 001, and let's go to our here. Let's see. Yep. So we got OLV 090 API key, API secret. Good. Now, okay, I need to do a few things changes now. Explain over parent time null / undefined. I don't need this also. Not this. And now once this is saved, okay, I need to change the onboarding form a little. Okay, and how do we manage this? Okay, so we need to save the user ID in our local storage for management, for reference. Once the app is loaded, get the user ID and then do get request to base URL / API / Zerodha to get the user info. If there are no API key in the user info receipt, then ask the user to provide API key and secret. Otherwise, show connect to Zerodha. Yep. Okay, let's see. So the co-pilot is thinking, and then taking a lot of time to think also. Let's wait for it to complete. My God, it's taking a lot of time. See, I know for a fact that this is done. I don't know why this is taking a lot of time to summarize this conversation history. By the way Copilot works is it summarizes history so that when you change a different model or anything, it always knows what the history of your conversation is. So this is how this Copilot works. So anyhow, let's see if this is done. Let's see. API key and API secret. Couldn't find an API for the please set it now. Why is it so? Okay. Hmm. It's nothing. Let's see. Okay, let's see. And I reload the add-in, the get request. By the way, we have this Zerodha user ID here. I don't think we should store it here. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. So wait a moment. There's no get request. Oh my god. So I'm trying Claude now. Claude is little faster than ChatGPT 5.1. So you need to always toggle between different models because sometimes the model hallucinate and there's a lot of information. So it's always good to try different models and they try to debug what the other model does. So this is always a good idea to do it. No, it's still not. Let me see this 1 second. So onboarding, zero the query, catching user info. Please check your this API, fetch API key, get lot to access control checks. access controls. I think there is course here. So basically, this is a course error, but I don't know why this is an error because the origin is star. Star means we can get information or you can call this API from anywhere you want. Let's see. Okay, this is done. This shouldn't change your front goal. Let's try to request on this. Is this the goal? That should be resolved. Okay, let me rerun this. Okay. Okay, let's reload this. Ah, finally. And let's wait. Something is not right still. This is options. Okay, what if I use localhost 3001? Let's try with this now. Debugging is always a tough thing, and when you are doing development on any kind of Excel add-in, it's more tougher. I don't know why this is giving an error again. Not load to TLS has caused the secure connection to fail. So it's saying HTTPS, and this is HTTPS. Let's try this again. So let's run the server again. Is that again the same error? There's no get bugging. Okay, if get is not working. So let's change this to post. Okay, let's see if it works now. Yeah, it's working now. Just to debug this further, I will just do a console log. Let's do it again. Yeah, so this is working fine. And your API credentials. Okay. And this has API key. Yes, user info query. Data onboarding state. Save case mutation. Is always false even when the data is fetched from the query and it has the API key value in it in its JSON. Okay, let's wait for this now. Let's give it to this. I think the reason is it is not reloading the component when the fetch is done. Check these logs. Okay. So let's see now. Yep. So let's connect to Zerodha now. Okay, now this is done. Finally, we can do this. connect to Zerodha, show a pop-up, and show a pop-up to open the URL. Yep. Let's wait for this. Okay. Now connect to Zerodha. Will be 090, and you will have password. So take your mobile app code. The user is not enabled for the app. Okay, Zerodha client ID. Okay, let me just do this to save. So this is done. Okay, let's try this again. The endpoint 050 is on. Okay, yes, I changed this. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we had an issue completing Zerodha auth. Kite picking kite C environment variables are required. Okay, finally. So kite API keys. Why API key is coming from the Cosmos only? So why is it so? Okay, I got the point. Okay, for kite API key and secret, first get the user info from the you need to get the user info from the Cosmos, like we are doing in root.tsx, and then use that for getting the access token. Okay, one second, let's see if Excel can also do this. Excel at its documentation. Yeah, so it will be a dialog box API. Okay, it's can we open the URL in the dialog box API. so this is now pulls the information from the Cosmos for doing the token exchange. This makes this is fine. Okay. So then I have updated this. Let's see. Okay. And okay, nothing happened. Let's try this again. Again, nothing happened. And clicked on connect to Zerodha. Okay, let's wait. Why? Let me also check the dialog API. I control. There's a thing. What does it allow? And it's only doing this here. Okay, let's see. Let me put the code. Okay. Okay, let me fix this. That is. Okay, let's try this again. My god. So yeah, so the request token is here. Let's fix this now. Okay, so the Zerodha, it sends you this request token. Oh, how will I get to know the? Yeah, so I don't have this. Okay, let's try this. Let's save here. Let's try this again. So connect password, then 373733. Connecting. Yeah, the Zerodha is there. User ID is there now. Okay, the request has failed with 4023 now. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, so it's here. Suppose check. Let's check this. There is progress, by the way. the dialog API. Okay, this is fine. Let's reload this. Connecting this till 403. And second, does it have Axios? Yeah, it has Axios. There is error. Okay, let's see if this is working in a dialog box. No, it doesn't work in dialog box. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's wait for this to complete. Invite checksum now comes from purely the values. Now the zero is rejecting. So the combination you are sending, given the current implementation looks good, what you should verify. In short, the exact same is used in the login URL. The stored value in Cosmos field for this. Ensure the API. Okay, let's check. I will check this. Okay, now this is fine. Let's do this is API key. Okay, login URL. I will. Okay, now let's reload this. Console 67401. Yeah, this looks good. Why is it saying missing guide API again? Environment variables. Okay, I will check this. It's not included in the not including the manifest and not in the source file. Let's fix this one first. Okay, we need to update the manifest to include this. Yeah. Okay, let's try this now. And mod is there in cpchats.com, and I will also put this one. Okay, now let's reload this. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. So let's try this. Login again. 203936. Okay, there is an error again. Let's see what's the error now. Invalid checksum. Okay, let's try this again. request token and RQ 96. Okay, this is wrong. So the okay, we'll change this directly here. Okay, let's try this again now. Okay, finally your zero connected successfully. And yeah, so we have information here. We email, username, short name, broker, Zerodha, exchanges, products, order types that we can do. And if we go back, we have the access token and profile information also, which is the session hash, IP address received at this, access token, public token, login time. And I want to know how long this access token work. So Zerodha API access token validity. Okay, so it's valid for 1 day. Okay, cool. Now I will use this to connect in here. But how I do this? Okay, wait a minute. I will get some water and then I will do this again.